You want to be in the video with me? Come on. Up a daisy. Oh. This is Ace. He got eye boogies. Grody. He gets tear-stained treats every night along with my Shih Tzu. This is my rescue. He is my Christmas angel. 8 years ago, I went walking. So my daughter had, calm down, baby. No. My daughter had a house guest for Christmas. This guest was quite loud with their telephone at all times watching videos. I'm not really sure why they came to visit because they didn't really visit. They could have been watching their phone. I mean, when I say nonstop, I mean literally nonstop. So I had to get out of the house. So I texted a friend and we did a Christmas morning walk. It was a Sunday. And I remember it being a Sunday when I normally don't remember a day of the week. I'll remember like if it was a holiday or what have you. It was Christmas Day. We did our Christmas morning and everything was settled down. I needed to get out of the house because what do they say about house guests and fish after 3 days? Anywho, I went walking and we went a little bit different than normal. That's one. And two, it was Christmas morning. Not everybody goes out on a walk Christmas morning, especially when it's cold. But I did. I got out of the house because I love walking. Whenever I get too stressed out, I'll just walk it out. And I heard a little sound. It wasn't actually little. It was a and I was like, oh, I told my friend, I said, someone got a Christmas puppy. And then my next thought was, I hope that it was a puppy that they wanted, because sometimes surprise gift animals are not the best choice. But then I noticed something as we got closer to the sound. It didn't sound like a happy bark, and it had gone on too long for a little puppy to be outside making that noise. So I go up. Yes, I'm talking about you. I go past this house and I look over to my left, and there is a little white puppy, so tiny, and his ears were still so big compared to his face, and they were flopping down. And he was trying so hard to get back up onto the porch of that house, weren't you? I don't know who it was, but the steps were in the front, and it was just, he knew, I say it because at the time it was it. I didn't know you were going to be our buddy. He was just trying really hard to get back up onto that porch. And so I go over and I pick him up out of the bushes, and he's shivering and cold, and he's just this big. He's only this big. And I knock on the door. It was a side-by-side duplex. So I don't know why, but I went to the left, I guess because I was going to do the left and then the right. And a man answered, and he didn't speak English very well. And I said, I found your puppy. And he said his wife was allergic and that they got him for Christmas. And so it wasn't computing that he was telling me he was outside on purpose. They put him out there. So I thought he was going to say thank you, like maybe they didn't have a way to keep it corralled, maybe they forgot about, I don't know. In my brain as a pet owner, I couldn't imagine them abandoning him. But that's what they did. I tried to offer the dog back, the little puppy, and he said you can have him. And I said, my brain was not computing because it just wasn't computing. I don't know why. In other situations, it would compute, but not this. Come back, I'm talking about you. Then he offered me dog food. So then I knew that that's what he was saying. So maybe he wasn't allowed to have the dog too. I don't know. Ace, come on, up, up. So I took him home, and I remembered that it was a Sunday because Monday the pet shelter would be open, and I was gonna take him to the shelter because we already had a few doggies and cats. And in my city, you're only supposed to have 5. I know everybody breaks that rule, but we had 2 dogs already, didn't we? Yes. And I knocked on the door because I didn't take my key, and my daughter and my son and the house guest answered the door. And they had a big freak out. They thought I was surprising them with a Christmas puppy, which I would never do. I don't feel like that's very safe to do because obviously this was a gift to someone else and they abandoned it. Not that everybody would do that, but still, it should be something that somebody has thought about, the type of dog, etc., etc. Anyway, they opened the door and I said I forgot my key. I said, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. So they all grabbed the dog and they all oohed and awed. Well, I should say puppy, right? He's a puppy. He was just a real puppy. I said, not a surprise, not a surprise. And my husband was just coming in the back door, and he had just taken his mom to church and was just getting back. And then guess what? He went like that, and you should have seen the look in my husband's eyes. Now, they had only cats growing up. He didn't have a puppy. If he did, it wasn't for very long that I recall. And he fell in love with him. He just fell in love. And he said, well, the first thing he said was, we're gonna have to get him a collar and a leash. And I said, but we're gonna take it tomorrow to the animal shelter. It was already done. In one instant, everybody fell in love with our little angel puppy, a little Christmas angel that may have actually gotten hit by a car. We don't know because there was no fence in that house. I even remember doing this, which is so weird because it wasn't computing that somebody would do that with an animal. I tried to let them save face by saying, are you sure it's not theirs? Even though I knew that it wasn't. In the side-by-side duplex, I thought at least get the puppy back inside to safety. Perhaps because he didn't speak English as his first language, he was embarrassed or thought he might be in trouble, or I have no clue. I was just trying to give him an out, and he said no. And that was when he offered the dog food. And I said, we don't need the dog food because we have some. But anyways, got him home, and my son named him Ace. And he was a little bit of a gremlin. And by gremlin, I mean like a little bit ornery. He still can be ornery because he's got Chihuahua in him. He's like a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. At least that's what we think. And I've never had a dog that got grouchy at bedtime, but he does. He still does. He just, once he's done, and you just leave him alone. So he's been a little bit ornery. So he's been a lesson for me in unconditional love and second chances. Right? There's a song that I love, and it's called Second Chances. And it says, if it weren't for second chances, we'd all be alone, wouldn't we? So we've given him second chances, third chances, fourth chances, haven't we? And the thing that I would do to calm him down, and he remembers it. I can start to sing a song, and you'll know that he recognizes it. It's his song. And I'm not gonna sing it correctly or very well, but I just am gonna do the first part of it so that you see how he acts. Sunny days and starry nights, lazy afternoons, you're counting castles in the clouds. He usually puts his head right up to me, gives me lips. We would sing that Kenny Loggins song from the Tigger movie. Because my kids loved that movie. We had the CD. Anyways, that's the story of how we got Ace. And I'm glad that we did. He is a character. Anyways, come on, skip here. Up, up, come on. You want to say bye? Do you want to say bye? Say, thank you for spending some time with me. And I hope you have a magical day. Bye-bye.
Puppy, did you get a bath? Huh? Are you getting a bath? Yeah, let's rinse you off. Let's rinse you off. Are you good puppy? Are you good puppy? Are you good?